What's up, Rubits, Little Big Robots? Another video today for you and for me and for everyone involved. Please subscribe to my channel if you like little versions of big robots. Today I'm talking about the 1 in 144 scale Michaelis. This comes from the series The Witch from Mercury, which is the newest anime series from Bandai, Sunrise, whoever, I can't remember who does all their animation stuff. It's great. The lead heroine is a bit creepy, but otherwise great. Everything about it, I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's been a fun series to watch. It starts off okay, and then it gets a little dark, and then it's been, it's kind of typical Gunpla in that way. Let me just say the subplots with the businesses and the houses and all that crap, in 9 out of 10 Gundam series, I do not care about that background lore stuff. It's so incredibly boring. The main characters, the pilot stories, that's always fun. And this one is unique in the way that it's a female antagonist. It's not just some young guy with brown hair. It's been a fun watch for that. But then they get into like the corporate, espionage shit. And I'm just like, my eyes glaze over. But anyway, this is one of the suits from I don't want to say one of the bad guys, but this is the guy here. It's always an enemy character or like a bad guy, and they're always doing that smirky, smiley, conceited smile thing. I know that's kind of the character design. I don't know. This guy can go to hell. That's all I care. Just a dumb character. Let me see Soletta and her bride-to-be and her friends go through some fun adventures fighting stuff with Gunpla. That's all I really want to see. I just wanted to see that. But having said that, I've really enjoyed the series, and the designs on a lot of these suits are really, really, really interesting, and this is definitely no exception. This is a weird one. There is a different version of this, and I'm going to be reviewing that as well. But this is definitely, okay, let's not do that. This is definitely a really, he's going to bother that to no end. This is definitely a very, very interesting new set of designs from let me get him out of the way. Poor guy knocked down my Soletta. Look at that. Not in my aerial. So this is no exception. Building this new series, every time you build a new series of, a new Gundam series comes out, and their Gunpla, which is Gundam plastic kits, come out, you hope for some new designs, but you're not sure you're going to get it. I lost my train of thought thanks to my knucklehead cat. But as you're building a new line, you're like, oh, what's going to happen here? Is this going to be a fun, new, interesting build? Or are they going to be just the same old crap? Not crap, but the same old designs we've seen before. And this is definitely something new and interesting. You can see just from the design of the kit, how interesting it is. To give you an idea, this is the guard frame from another one of their new series. This is a grunt unit. You can see they're already starting to get more kind of humanoidy shapey, but then they're going this alien route. My only critique of this kit, as usual, is the feet. I can't stand this high heel look. Why would you put a bot that you're trying to kind of like, Gundam is trying to be kind of realistic in the way that they approach war and fighting, and they float around in space accurately, whatever, and then they put their hero suit, one of their hero suits, in like these absolutely ridiculous high heels. So this, I don't know how many tons it weighs, it steps into mud and immediately is going to sink up to here. It's just this. I don't know why they insist on this kind of thing. I know it's a design thing. I know it's a design aesthetic, but they could definitely still put different feet, not shoes, than these that would look so much cooler. Granted, they found out in space and whatever. Anyway, you get my point. Having said that, this is a really interesting build. You get this entire section, midsection here. This is like one solid piece. So what you're getting is just which you get that in other ones, but it's just such a long, solid piece. It's a little strange, but as you build it, you're like, oh, that's a kind of an interesting little, I don't know, there's something really cool about that. It doesn't seem like it's flexible as other suits, but it just has a nice, solid feel to it. It gives it a solid base to build around. All the joints are super tight, this is really tight, as most modern Gundam kits are, you're getting something that over time will loosen and wear out. But man, that is so solid. So if you're going to put it into a cool pose or whatever, it's going to definitely hold that pose. It's got these interesting shield thingies. I forget what these are. These are like, I think they can pull it off and use it as a shield. Let's see. There you go. He's got a little shield. I guess it's cool. It's interesting because it reminds me of Choo Choo's Demi Trainer little side thruster things that go there. Maybe again, they're often using design aesthetics. They want to use on all kits to kind of give a line or an anime a certain look. But this line, the Ariel, the other suits so far, really definitely give me more of a Reconquista NG design aesthetic. This is a funny thing. I guess it's like his fist. He has this on one arm. It pops out. It does these laser beamy things, but you can pop it off. Let's see if I can get this to work. So you pop it off like that, right? And then you do this one moves forward, I think. So I think it's essentially a grabbery thingy, like grabs. And then what you do is you take this guy here, like this. They provide the wire. Of course, you can trim this, shorter if you want. You plug it into there. Let's plug it into there. So it's plugged into there. Provided stand that my cat was eating on. So thank you, Bandai, for providing a stand. They provide stands often. So then you could do this kind of interesting thing where you plug this in here. And then take this part, blah, blah. You get what I'm doing here, right? This part, plug it in the arm. Oh, and his head fell off. I might have the neck upside down. So you can do this kind of interesting thing. Really easily you can do this. See how fast I'm doing it? I'm looking through the camera, so it makes, see those tiny little feet? Move this out of the way. Then you've got this cool thing. Woo! So it's essentially, though, you want to make it shorter probably. He basically goes and shoots it out. Pew! You like that sound effect? Pew! And he grabs onto Mercury in the Ariel, and you've got a retractable thing. Now, I don't know that it's that long in the anime. It might be. I don't know. But I think that's just I love these little fun gimmicks where, let's move her out of the way. Everything's falling down. Let's move him back here. There you go. So that's pretty cool. It's like you could imagine that in in a cool shot. She's getting hit by that. He's way back there in the background. That's a neat. I love fun little gimmicks like that. It's not something that I would use practically. 9 times out of 10, I'm always just going to pose it with just a fist. Pull it off. Just like a standard. Oops. This is so hard to do when you're looking in the camera. I need to get a different setup for that, but I'm always getting this. So, son of a bee. Oh, I got to take that off. No, I don't. Let's see if I can get this. How the hell does that go in there? There we go. Duh. Okay. So I would just use it like in your standard, evil guy with weird space grabby thing. So having said that, I think in the other versions that's lost. They do away with that. I don't think I don't think they even provided an extra fist for it. Yeah, he's only posed with that. See how that's a cool pose, isn't it? So, woo, good man. My pausing. I'm quick with my pause when I gotta sneeze. So it's a really interesting build. There's some interesting also these little clear effects here. One of them I left. Let me see if I can tell which one real quick. Yeah. So one of them, I put the sticker just around the edging. So you can see the edging there. There's like a sticker, right? Because if you see the detail underneath that area, so I'm talking about the sticker I placed around the edge. It's one sticker. And then I left this area here empty. And then I placed the clear plastic on top. You can see the amount of detail you get in that plastic area that you usually cover with a sticker. In this area, I placed the entire sticker. You can see how it's bowed and everything because it's not really that well designed. And then I placed the plastic on top. So I don't know if that central sticker maybe wasn't supposed to go on. I'd have to look. Maybe now that I'm thinking about it, maybe that's what I did wrong. It's like, don't place the entire thing. Just place the edging one. Let's see here. Here it is. No, I don't know. It's hard to tell. You know what? I think I did it wrong. So yeah, so you are supposed to only place a sticker around the edge. Look at that, and leave that. So that's why that looks like garbage. Okay, so that explains it. So just place it around the edging. Don't place that center part. That's just the extra sticker left over, if that makes sense. But once you're done with that, you've got a I mean, these joints are like really tight. These are really, really tight. I love that. I love one that, I love a toy that once you get it, or a kit, once you get it and you put it in a neat pose or whatever, and it'll just stay there. Again, these ridiculous feet with tippy toe, action on like a tiny little, look at how tiny the footprint is for this giant. Like, you don't have to give it feet like this. You don't have to give it big dumb feet, but you could give it something a little bit more. Even her feet are annoying like the IBO feet, but at least they're wide enough that, and she still looks like a cool, movable suit. See the difference in the footprint? It's insane. So point being, it's a wonderful design, really interesting. Big shoulders like the whatchamacallit from IBO. There's some weak points like the shoulders like that, because that happened on the Demi traders as well. But you can tighten those up with a little rubber cement. You're going to be able to put it in whatever pose you want. This, again, the neck, I think I put on upside down. That's why it's kind of loose. See how easy that comes off? So there's little weaknesses like that. But other than that, you're not going to have many problems putting it in a really cool position on your shelf. And, you imagine it, you're going to be able to do it. I don't like going through all the posability stuff. Using a stand, you usually get the little stand you could place in their crotch area, having them flying or something. This is the hero suit from the series. You can see it definitely looks like a Gundam, but this definitely looks like not a baddie, but kind of like a neutral person, chaotic neutral. So maybe a baddie. I guess you'd call him a baddie. But really, really a cool, don't jump down. Really cool lineup so far. I'm enjoying the Michaelis. I saw somebody else, another reviewer, gave it like a perfect score. So I'm like, I do not think that at all. The ridiculous feet, the looseness in the shoulders and stuff like that, but it's pretty damn close. It's just a fun kit. The question is, do you enjoy this design or not? It's got these really cool, nice colors and stuff. If you enjoy the design, you're going to enjoy the kit for sure. It's just, oh, look, I didn't even think about that. You get a free stand. You could just use that stand to make them flying around as well. Thank you, Bandai, for providing the stand. So anyway, enjoy. That's the Michaelis. Bye-bye.